Hi guys, welcome back. So, mm, I decided to talk about something today that's going to be really, really awkward, and that is pornography. I want to talk about, is pornography a sin? Is watching pornography a sin for Christians? And the answer is yes. Watching pornography is a sin, and I'm going to explain why. Watching pornography is a sin because it completely goes against everything that God wants for us. And what God wants for us, right, in the Bible, Jesus literally told his disciples, he literally said that if you even so much as look at a woman to lust over, you've already committed adultery with her in your heart. So basically what that means is don't watch porn, because a lot of people today, they think that watching porn is not a big deal because you're not really doing anything with that boy or that girl in the movie. You're just kind of having feelings for them, but you know you're not going to do anything with them. But Jesus goes as far as to say yes, it is a sin because you know God God understands the human mind more than anybody else ever will. He understands that having a thought is just as bad as acting on it. And that's one reason why watching porn is not good for you. But there are other reasons why watching porn is not good for you, and some of it might, some people that have watched porn, they might not have experienced this, or they might not believe that it applies to them, but this is really the truth. Porn is very addictive. Once you start watching it, it's very hard for some people to give it up because it's so addictive, and it makes you feel so good when you watch it. And sometimes sometimes you become so addicted to it that you can't even get through the day. You can't even get through the day without thinking about something dirty and just thinking about wanting to go back and watch it. And just I mean, you guys get the picture. It's very addictive, and it messes with your mind. It makes you more perverted. And God doesn't want us to have a perverted mind, because that's not what he created us to be. He created us to be pure and to stay pure until marriage. And some people might be thinking, well, if I'm single, does that mean I can watch porn? And the answer is no. You can't watch porn. You you shouldn't watch porn even if you're single, because when you do that, when you watch porn and you start fantasizing about the guys or the girls in the movie, then it kind of it kind of ruins the excitement of of losing your virginity for the first time to your husband or to your wife. And that's what God wants for us. He wants us to be committed to one man or one woman for the rest of our lives. Marriage was something that was supposed to be beautiful and pure and sacred and intimate, and the devil is doing everything that he possibly can to ruin that. He's trying to make people think that it's okay to have sex before marriage, and it's okay to show off your body if you want to, and it's okay to just be disgusting with your body. I mean, do you guys even realize how much sexual immorality there is in the world and how bad it's getting every single day? I mean, it's getting to the point where nobody's even ashamed of it anymore. Nobody even cares anymore. I mean, you can't even hardly go on Facebook anymore without finding a picture of some random person half naked and making a sexual joke. And before I became a Christian, I didn't see anything wrong with that stuff. But the closer you get with God and the more you understand Him, you start to see a problem with those things. And sexual immorality is a problem, whether you want to admit it or not. And, I'm not saying that God doesn't love you because you're addicted to porn. You can still love God and be addicted to porn, and you can still go to church and still serve Him, but He doesn't want you to stay there. He wants to help you get out. And it's because He loves you. It's not because He's trying to take your fun away. It's because He's trying to keep you from becoming what the devil wants you to be. And the devil wants everyone to think that all of the stuff that God created for good is meant to be His way instead of God's way. And I know this is something that's very personal for a lot of people, and they really don't want to talk about it, but it's the truth. I'm making this video because I want to tell you the truth. I don't want you to have to live a lie like most people are doing. I want you to know that watching porn is a sin. Lusting over someone who isn't your wife or who isn't your husband is a sin. And, even making dirty jokes is a sin. I mean, the Bible even tells us not to tell dirty jokes. And I used to think, well, what's wrong with telling dirty jokes? I mean, it's just a joke. And I was watching Joyce Meyer one day, and she was talking about dirty jokes, and she was talking about how we need to be careful not to be making jokes like that. And she looked at the audience and she said, you know what? God doesn't think they're funny. And when she said that, that was when I kind of got a revelation. That was when I got a revelation. And I was like, yeah, you're right. When I think of God, I don't really think of dirty jokes anyway. So that right there really does answer my question. So, yes, watching porn is a sin. And if you are somebody watching this and you're thinking, well, I've been watching porn for years and I'm addicted to it, I don't want to give it up, I love it too much, it's okay. You don't have to give it up right away. I'm not going to force you to give up something if you're not ready yet. I'm just hoping that you'll watch this video and it'll at least put some knowledge into your head about porn being bad for you, because the world will tell you that there's nothing wrong with porn, but God says it is wrong. And sometimes the world doesn't agree with God, but that's why you have to be careful to listen to Him and not to other people. So that's all I wanted to say. I hope this video really helped you. I know. And, oh, another thing I'd like to mention is, even if you don't watch porn, I just also want to remind you that having a dirty thought about someone is also a sin. So, like, even if you're just sitting there watching a rated R movie and you see an actor or an actress that you think is attractive and you start having these dirty sexual thoughts about them, that right there is just as bad as watching porn. So that's something that we need to be reminded of as well. And so, yeah, you get the point. So anyway, I hope this video really helped you, and I hope it helps somebody out there. And even if it doesn't help you, I just hope you enjoyed it anyway. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.